It's time.
Welcome, everyone. I am Janie the Artsy-Rose, and we are about to do Philippe's mystical ending, because we can do it now. But first, I need tickets. I'm just gonna do 4 because I kind of I still want my tickets to restock on 1 ticket later, so I can start on Skeleton's story. I know, I'm being cheap that way, but at the same time, it's kind of being smart. Well, are you ready? I have loved you for 1,000 years. And I know I'll love you 1,000 more. I gave up waiting for the sunrise alone. Now I enjoy watching the moonlight with you, because it's warmer this way. Yes, I'm very sure. Philippe main story, mystical ending. I tried desperately to stanch Philippe's wound with both hands. I tried desperately to stanch Philippe's wound with both hands. Tears rolled down my cheeks and splashed down onto the floor. No, please, wake up! My cries of anguish echoed throughout the audience chamber. His fingers did not twitch. His eyes did not open. What do? I don't want this. I don't want to give up. Not after I finally regained my memories of Philippe. Not after I was finally able to tell him that I love him. I did what I knew would happen in the storybooks I'd read, and kissed him. A kiss of true love, which would open the eyes of the sleeping princess. And the books was more. But his eyes stayed firmly closed, and there was no sign of a miracle about to happen. Please, don't leave me, princess. His cheek was growing cold as I caressed it softly. I recalled my earlier conversation with him.
Would you try touching it too, Jandy?
I felt a strange sensation, like my heart was ready to start pumping at any moment. That time, I feel like I would come back to life. I lifted up his cooling body, his arms and legs dangling as I did. The muscly male was far heavier. The muscly male form was far heavier than I had anticipated. Everyone around looked blankly at me as I tried desperately to carry Philippe. If there is more than a 0% chance that I will never give up, I decided that a long time ago. His weight suddenly shifted, and he seemed light as a feather.
What do you wish to do?
Thank you, Victor. I want you to take him over there for me. I pointed to the gate to the land of the living. His eyes opened wide for a moment before carrying Philippe over in silence.
Oh, shoot.
We led Philippe down beside the gate to the land of the living. I then took his hand and touched the gate itself. It was like I could feel a pulse. This must be what flowing blood feels like. I put an ear to his chest. There I heard an almost too faint heartbeat. Please, Kate, this man's heart is about to stop beating. If this wish comes true, then I won't have anything to regret. I thought I could hear the gate pulsating. The rhythm coming from the gate is growing louder. My hand on it is growing hot too.
Princess, look! The color of Philippe's face!
I looked and saw that the color had risen in his face.
Impossible.
Please, Philippe, wake up! Then Skeletano and I shared a celebratory look, but then I felt a sense of worry from the look Skeletano then gave me. I was startled by Skeletano's expression. Skeletano? Princess! Your body! What's wrong, Skeletano?
Princess, what are you doing?
I looked around at the sound of Orlando's voice. Orlando was reaching out towards me. Then, Princess! Your body! I can see through it! And not in the same way you can through mine! I looked down at my body in surprise. Sure enough, I could see the floor through my own flesh. Why?
Is she being transported?
Transported?
Yes, Niflheim is the realm of the dead. There is no need to be scared of death here. If you give that up, then those without regret, who only wish to live, are sent back to the land of the living.
Then...
It is a shame that you are leaving us, Princess.
Orlando smiled sadly. I'm coming back to life? I didn't know whether I managed to get the words out first, or if the feeling that I was floating around came first, before my world went dark. Before my entire world went dark, I could hear Skeletano calling my name in the distance. Shapes became visible through my blurred vision. Where am I?
Jandy. Jandy?
Philippe! Philippe? Just in front of me was Philippe. His eyes were open and he was moving freely.
Philippe, Jandy, your skin's been rubbed raw here.
His hands, just as warm as they had ever been, touched my cheek. There was a twinge of pain. Ow!
Jandy, oh sorry, did that hurt?
I couldn't see him through my tears, no matter how much I wanted to. I could not stop myself from crying.
Jandy, well... Jandy, do you remember the spell from that night at the ball?
I couldn't speak, so I shook my head side to side instead.
Close your eyes.
I closed them just as he had spoken, just as he had asked. I felt something soft press against my eyelids. I felt so happy that I cried even harder than before.
So that's what happened after I fell.
I recalled the sight of him being struck through by the sword, and I felt like crying even now. I nodded, trying to contain my tears. Philippe saw this and hugged me gently around my shoulders.
I've caused you some pain.
You did. It hurt so much. It hurt so much that I thought I might die. I was already dead, but I did the same thing to you in the past, didn't I? Philippe smiled bitterly. I'm so glad that you're all right. Please don't go away from me ever again.
I'll never leave your side ever again. I won't let you feel that way again.
His fingers mingled together with mine, and he gently raised them up together.
I promise.
We stared deeply into one another's eyes up close, and the passion in his honey-colored eyes was overpowering. Make sure you keep that promise.
Yes, of course. I'll protect you without dying in the process.
What?
You don't like that idea?
Our noses pressed together, and we were close enough to feel each other's breath, to feel each other's breathing. I do, but words are not enough.
My princess is greedy. I see.
Are you saying you don't like that? I knew the answer without asking. His eyes narrowed as he smiled.
No, I'd say that I love it.
Our lips touched, with both of us moving together at the same time. Warm sunlight filtered in from outside.
I'll be right back.
Shall we continue? I also put in another ticket because, well, I didn't see the point in waiting until I was just down to none. Alright, let's get over with this happy ending.
Orlando held up a crystal the color of lapis lazuli that showed an image of how the two of them were doing in the land of the living. The king sat with his legs crossed in the audience chamber, resting his chin in his hands and not looking very impressed as he spoke.
Why am I the only one left out? Why was I the only one left out when all that important stuff happened?
That's because it would have made no difference if your majesty had been here or not. What were you doing at that time, your majesty? What were you doing at that time, your majesty?
Oh,
Now that I look at you, your cheek does look rather swollen.
It's a secret. That aside, are you in a bad mood today, Orlando? Are you angry?
No. But I didn't really think they would be expelled from Niflheim. I'm one surprised king. Shouldn't it be seen as true love winning out?
True love, huh? I have plenty of love to go around myself.
True love is quite different from your majesty's kind of love. I'm not too good in that area myself.
Well, no matter. I can propose to Jandy again when she ends up here next time. My head hurts. Poor Orlando.
Whenever I think about those two being happy, I feel a little heartbeat, like I'm about to come back to life myself. The three of them continued talking about the princess's life together with Philippe and Philippe. Wake up, Jandy. Oh, if you're not awake, then I guess it doesn't matter if I tickle you then.
Oh, I heard Philippe chuckle deep in his throat. Don't mind if I do. Oh, wait! I can't help! I'm awake! I was only fooling around, so please don't tickle me! I quickly got out of bed and Philippe smiled mischievously, having known that was what would happen.
Such a shame.
You never know when to stop! I'm sorry about yesterday. You look so cute when you're being tickled, but I just couldn't stop myself.
What do you want to do today? I finished my manuscript, so I have the whole afternoon free. Philippe set himself up as an author again here in the living world. Philippe's romantic comedy, Niflheim, was a great hit and had been translated worldwide. That reminds me, how are you going on your next project, The Real Romance of Mr. Bones? Let's see. I'm still in the process of developing the plot. But if my princess were to kiss me tenderly... Philippe smiled like an innocent child. I might be able to give to you something now. And with those words, he pulled out a copy of his latest book. Oh! I want to read it! Well, in that case... He pointed to his perfectly formed lips. I blushed slightly.
Philippe is a lady killer. But he wants to kill one lady, if you know what I mean.
Could you bend down a little? As he wished, princess. Philippe looked very contented with my kiss and he smiled. I'll go and put some tea on for my princess. Is Earl Grey all right? And with that, Philippe went into the kitchen. I'm so happy right now. We ate breakfast together and we later catch some lunch. On warm days, we then went for a walk together. I sung my heart out by the lakeside and we played chase. And at night we watched movies. Time felt precious to me, and each day was filled with happiness. The miracle that started in Niflheim. Sorry to keep you waiting. Oh, that smells great. I accepted the tea from Philippe. He also placed a 3-tier cake stand on the desk, and a sweet smell reached my senses. What's this? Instead of the baked goods that usually adorned the top tier, I spotted a little box. Open it. I opened the little box just as he asked. Oh. Out from the sweet little pink box
from a gorgeous pink diamond ring, and just in front of my eyes appeared a bright red rose. Its mellow scent tickled my nose. I thought we should start over again from the beginning. I'm sorry it's taken this long. He averted his gaze in apology. Don't be sorry. I may not be the prince of an entire nation anymore, but I promise to never leave you waiting. But I promise to never leave you wanting. Tears welled up in my eyes under the influence of the sincerity in his eyes and his words. I could feel the blood pumping through my veins. I want you to allow me to protect you for the rest of your days. Will you marry me? My throat burned from happiness. I had no idea, so I answered him with a different nod. Yes. I had no words, so I answered him with a different nod. Yes. I held him tight, never wanting to lose him ever again. I knew that we would be alright, no matter what. Because even if I died, I knew that my wonderful prince would climb through thorns to be with me again.
He's blushing.
And that's it. That's it. We did it. I have loved you for 1,000 years, and I know I'll love you 1,000 more. I've loved you for 1,000 years, and I know I'll love you for 1,000 more. I gave up waiting for the sunrise alone. Now I enjoy watching the moonlight with you, because it's warmer this way. Well, I know who we're starting on next time. I am Jandy the Artsy-Rose, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.